Hello, Sweet Tooth and Flutter Pyrox is here. Gonna play Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Hi. Hi. District Courtroom. I don't remember this.
Yay, get a courtroom.
What are we doing here? Okay. I guess we gotta do the case.
Doing lawyer stuff. What else were we doing?
Lawyer stuff. Sandwich?
Donna wants to eat a sandwich in court.
Good. Adrian did it. That's what it looks like. Dude, no way. That woman couldn't do anything like that.
Oh, you're also being very aggressive against who did it. Other than that. Like, this is the one where you're just really aggressive towards everyone.
Does that mean you did it? In court today, there will be a mountain of evidence that will implicate you. A mountain of evidence? I'm certain there is someone out there trying very hard to pin this whole thing on you. Please, Mr. Lawyer. Dude, I like I said yesterday. I'm refreshing like a spring breeze, alright? I can't let any sort of scandal ruin me. Ruin that. I understand.
Well, it's almost time.
Yeah.
You must get a complete acquittal today.
I know. But I can't focus on my situation right now. Or Pearl's either. No matter what, I have to focus on winning this case by the end of the day.
Indeed. Well, let's get going.
It's him!
He sure is brazen about where he contacts you.
Yeah. This is right. Good morning. This is it, Mr. Attorney. The day of the trial. Maya! She's unharmed, right? Well, when I checked on her earlier this morning, she seemed a bit, how shall we say, tired. Don't worry, people don't die that easily. Besides, what you really should be concentrating on is winning today's trial. Grr! For my sake, as well as yours, you must win today's trial. Which is why I sent you a little present this morning. Present? What in the world would you want to give me? You'll figure it out once the trial starts. And even if you don't like my gift, I expect you to graciously accept it and win the day's contest, if you please. Wait! The kidnapper sent me a present. Mr. Lawyer dude? Who was that? No one. Has nothing to do with you, so forget you heard anything. Dude, did your nose just get longer? March 22nd. Court is now in session for the trial of Matt and Guard. Are the prosecution and defense ready? Defense is ready, Your Honor. There's nobody there. I say, Mr. Wright, what happened to Miss Von Karma? I don't know, Your Honor. Why are you getting mad at me? Your Honor! Please be quiet, bailiff. Court is in session. If you must tell me something, please keep it brief. Now then, what is it? Prosecutor Von Karma has... This morning, Miss Von Karma was shot by an unknown gunman. What? Shot?
Somehow. I think this is the present that man was talking about.
His present?
Miss Von Karma is one of the top prosecutors in the country at the moment. If you were to disappear, it would be to your advantage.
This is totally insane. Miss Von Karma, is she alright? I don't have that answer.
She's alive and in stable condition.
That's good. Phew. You're... I thought he'd show up.
Your Honor, due to the circumstances, Miss Francisca Von Karma cannot appear in court today. I, Miles Edgeworth, will be taking her place. The prosecution is ready, naturally. They're perfectly fine with this. Miss Von Karma was shot in the right shoulder and is currently undergoing surgery. Luckily, I've looked this case over and am familiar with the details. The prosecution seeks to prove the guilt of Matt on guard.
The court acknowledges the prosecution.
Right. I finally found an answer I was struggling for on my long journey this past year. By the time this case comes to an end, you too will know the answer. Now then, the prosecution would like to call its first witness. Please bring Detective Gumshoe to the witness stand. Witness, your name and occupation. My name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. Detective down at the precinct, for now.
For now?
After this trial's over, I'm supposed to turn in my badge, sir.
Detective Gumshoe.
The prosecution has no need for a depressed witness. Hold your head up and face forward like a proud officer, Detective Dick Gumshoe. Yes, sir. Now, let's have your testimony. If we want to explore the various facets of this case, we must start with that. You ready, Phoenix? This is gonna be one very rough fight.
Yeah, it would have to be with Edgeworth as my opponent. The answer he was struggling for. Interesting. Show me this answer you finally found, Edgeworth.
Mr. Edgy Boy.
Bare facts of the case.
This murder happened after the Heroes of Heroes award ceremony, sir. The victim, Juan Cordia, was found dead in his room. After looking into the cause of his death, we believe he was definitely murdered, sir. First, we thought there was something suspicious about the empty guitar case. However, we later found out the guitar case had nothing to do with the murder.
After the award ceremony ended, the victim was alone in his room.
Yes, sir. Both the victim and defendant went alone to their rooms, sir.
I see, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination. Would you please give us a brief timeline of what happened after the ceremony?
Okay, pal. Ceremony started at 6 p.m. Ended around 8 p.m. and then there was a short break. A special post-ceremony show was supposed to start in the lobby 30 minutes later.
And that's when the victim's body was found, correct?
Which is to say, the murder occurred during that 30-minute break period.
Please continue with your testimony, Detective. The person who discovered the victim's body was Adrian Andrews, correct?
Yeah.
Who is this Adrian Andrews you're talking about?
He's the defendant, Matt on Guard's manager. She's a really pretty lady, sir.
Oh, so she's a pretty lady. I wonder if she will grace us with her presence.
The post-ceremony show was about to start. She went out to get Mr. On guard. After visiting her room, she went to the victim's room to get him for the show, sir.
I see. And that's when she found the victim's body. The cause of death, wasn't that because Mr. Corito was stabbed in the chest?
Only a careless amateur would believe something so brainless as that, pal. Take a good hard look at the crime photo. Now real pros attention will be drawn here to this bandana.
Banana.
Oh, his bandana, sir. That's the thing wrapped tightly around his neck, sir.
Ah, yes, I see. His banana-scented bandana. What? Then what about the knife?
Seems to have been stuck in the victim's chest on purpose after his death.
We have a crafty murderer on our hands here. Strangled with a scarf, then stabbed with a knife. First we thought there was something suspicious about the guitar. Why did you think that?
Because it was empty, pal. Even Ninja doesn't go anywhere without his bright red guitar. We couldn't find it anywhere at the scene of the crime.
Oh, then how about this theory? A fan really wanted the guitar and did the crime to get it. How's that?
We thought of that too, but...
But?
The only fingerprints on the guitar case were the victims.
Only the victims, huh? I see. Oh, so much for my theory then.
Thank you for trying to help the defense, Judge.
Yeah. What convinced you it had nothing to do with the case?
The guitar wasn't at the Gatewater Hotel that night.
Well then, where was it?
Our guitar was eventually found at the TV studio. Victim Concordia apparently only taking the case with him, sir.
So you mean he forgot to put the guitar inside the case?
Yes, sir. Even when he was on stage for the ceremony, he didn't have his guitar.
So that guitar case was empty even before he got to the hotel.
Yeah, that's right. So it really had nothing to do with the case after all. I believe that is enough. First, the victim was choked to death with his bandana. Then, after the victim was dead, the killer deliberately stabbed him with a knife. Which brings me to my next point. Why then did the police arrest Matt on guard? Because there was a reason enough to suspect him.
Here it comes. Looks like Edgeworth's back in full swing. Very well, Detective Gumshoe, please testify about this matter.
Yes, sir.
Why arrest on guard?
Not on guard and Concordia were huge rivals with each other. They each thought the other guy was in his way. That's motive enough in my book. As for evidence, there's the jamming ninja's button. It was ripped off the ninja costume and was found in Mr. Angard's hakama. The defendant's fingerprints were also all over the knife. The defendant bought the knife for the crime, which makes this a premeditated murder. No, the defendant bought the knife to make a steak.
So the defendant's fingerprints were found on the knife used in the stabbing.
It's sort of sticky on the handle, so the fingerprints came out pretty clearly, sir. Gatewater, it's a hotel knife. Here's the button.
That was found in the defendant's clothes, was it? And is this button also covered in blood?
Yes, we know the blood on it's the victim's blood, sir.
What? All of this points very clearly to the defendant, doesn't it?
Yes, it most certainly does, Your Honor. Ready to give in yet, Wright?
Huh. I'll find the hole in your argument somehow.
You can press as hard as you like. Just hurry up with your usual pointless questions. You think at this point you'd know that your questions actually do lead somewhere eventually?
Yeah. Grr. And a garden, one creative will hurt practice. But in terms of popularity, Mr. Ungard won, did he not?
Yeah, but you know what's ironic, pal? Concordia was always one step behind Mr. Ungard and everything. This year it seemed like he finally caught up, ready for the big final showdown.
And Mr. Creator lost the Grand Prix in the end. That is too bad. He must have been pretty downhearted after losing.
H card.
Wait just a second here. Mr. Ungard was beating Mr. Kurita in the popularity polls,
Well, yeah, I guess, but
which means that in the defendant's eyes, the victim was not a rival at all. Which means he had no motive to kill him at all. Yes, I quite agree. Well, Detective?
it's not, well... I guess you put it that way, then yeah, the defendant would have had no motive, pal. Detective, I'm beginning to see why you were fired. Not you too, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. I look forward to your pension negotiations. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
No!
Now, Detective, let's continue with the testimony.
Not my poor pension, too. Detective, if you value your money, I suggest you proceed. Yes, sir. We can talk about my pension later, sir.
What about what I was saying? Hello? Anyone? Dang.
Poor guy.
Do you have any proof that button belonged to the victim?
Oh, what do you mean, pal?
Oh, let me put it this way. I'm asking you if you have any evidence to back up your claim that this button was ripped off the Jammin' Ninja's costume.
Oh, but can't you tell just by looking at it? And the victim's blood is on it.
Anyone could have smeared that blood on there afterward.
Mr. Edgeworth, help me, sir.
Alright, I knew it had to be this piece of evidence. Now to reel this one in.
Thread.
Huh?
The button was attached to the costume by a thread, obviously. And that thread snapped and the button was torn off. If you match up the ends of the thread on the costume and the thread on the button, it's a perfect match. Yeah, that's it. They're a perfect match, pal.
Ugh.
That's Edgeworth for you. Never misses a beat.
When was this button found?
Pretty soon after the body was found, we rounded up everyone who knew Mr. Cordia. And then we did a search on the mall. That's when we found the button.
So it was almost immediately after the murder.
The police didn't have the time to lollygag and play tricks, unlike some people.
Hey, what is he trying to say about me here? How were the fingerprints arranged on the knife?
Huh? How do you mean, pal?
By examining the fingerprints, you can determine how the defendant held the knife. For example, did he hold it normally or overhand?
Was that what you meant? Well, we didn't actually think of that.
Can't believe the bumbling of this department.
Hopeless, were you paying attention to this testimony, Wright? The defendant's fingerprints were all over the knife. There's no way to determine how the knife is held at the moment of the murder.
So is the defendant the owner of this knife then?
Well, that's definitely the part we think is the knife. So he didn't buy that knife.
I didn't buy that knife. What are you talking about?
Poor Gumshoe's salary.
Wait a second.
What, pal?
So the basis of your argument is that this was a premeditated murder is simply that my client bought a knife beforehand.
That's right, pal. The defendant.
Did not buy this knife.
Huh?
Take a good look at the handle of this knife and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Huh?
It has a Gatewater seal set on into the handle.
Gatewater. I think I heard that name somewhere before.
Oh my gosh. That's the name of the hotel, the Gatewater Hotel.
Oh.
The murder knife was actually property of the hotel, which means this murder was not premeditated. Yes, that is very true. This is a very big... What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
I'm sorry, but the defense is simply too careless.
What?
I think whether the crime has been premeditated or not has already been determined.
How so?
I admit this knife is hotel property. There's no one currently on the police force that is dumb enough not to realize this. I didn't know. The question is, where did this knife come from?
But why, that's obvious. It came from the victim, Mr. Corrida's room.
Sorry, Your Honor, but that is incorrect. The victim ate a last meal before he was murdered. With that being the case, I would like to draw the court's attention to what is on top of the table.
There's a knife and a fork on the table. Then, where in the world did this knife come from?
If it pleases the court, I would like for us to recall the room of the defendant, Mr. Matt on guard. Recall? Not everyone went there, especially what was on top of this table. There's something missing. Perhaps it is a single knife. We investigated the leftover dishes for fingerprints, and while we were investigating, we came to the conclusion that Mr. Matt on guard's knife was missing.
Eric.
Then wouldn't that make sense that his fingerprints were all over it?
Yeah.
Mr. On guard had gone to the victim's room with the knife he had during dinner. Why would he carry a knife to visit? Kill, of course. With that, I believe the prosecution has proven that this was a premeditated murder.
Amazing, Mr. Edgeworth. Absolutely brilliant. A brilliantly clear deduction.
It seems like Mr. Edgeworth had this plan from the very beginning.
This must be one of those traps, and I just walked headlong into it. A murder weapon with fingerprints and a bun from the victim's costume. There is quite a sizable amount of evidence here.
I can safely say that any further deliberation is a waste of your Honor's time. Although, I wouldn't mind if the defense were to present evidence not yet shown to the court.
Evidence not yet shown.
Means evidence that the court hasn't seen yet. In other words, new evidence.
What does the defense have to say about this, Mr. Wright? Well...
Phoenix, the judge is favoring the prosecution right now. If we answer with something wrong here...
That gavel of his will be ringing out to the sound of our defeat. Mr. Wright, do you have something important and necessary to present to this court? Go away!
No, I don't, obviously.
No, not right now. This has to be another trap. Better if I don't say anything that risks throwing out a bad piece of evidence. Looks like the defense isn't saying a peep on this one.
Which means this court is adjourned. Phoenix, we will lose the case if you get him up here. So you better show the judge something, quick.
Slow down! We all know I have a tendency to be wrong or more than... I can't even say it. There's one! One piece of evidence that catches my attention. Something that this court has yet to see. Mr. Wright. I will say this one more time. Do not feel this trial needs to continue at all.
You didn't say that once.
However...
What the judge is saying, right, is don't try pulling one of your usual bluffs here.
If I mess this up, it's curtains for us all. You may now present one and only one evidence.
Oh my god, look at the penalty.
And then what? Oh my god!
If you present anything wrong at all, it's immediately game over.
My badge!
I don't know, tomato juice? Why wasn't that falling over during the scuffle? I don't think it has any relation to what we were talking about. Still. They've already seen the knife. But I don't think the suicide reports are connected yet.
What the heck did I present?
My FA!
I guess I'll do the confession thing. Nope.
Sorry, Wright, but this time your bluffing steered you wrong.
I can see nothing strange about this piece of evidence.
I think it's the tomato juice.
There seems no reason to prolong the trial. Guilty. Tomato juice. This is a wine glass, is it not? Please look at the photo of the crime scene one more time. It really is that, huh?
Like, why is it there?
The scene is a mess because of the victim's struggle against his assailant. The vase was broken, his makeup is all over the floor. These were all things that were at one point sitting on top of the dresser. Well, yes, I see your point. However, this glass that is sitting on top of the dresser is mysteriously untouched. The only thing that had not fallen over along with everything else is this wine glass. This piece of evidence is more than strange enough to warrant further consideration. Well, what do y'all have to say? Oh, well, yes, it is a little peculiar. Yes, isn't it? I thought it was. You stop looking at me with those puppy dog eyes of yours. Mr. Edgeworth?
What is it, Your Honor?
Your opinion.
You don't need my opinion. Because there is no special meaning to that glass.
What?
It's safe to say the glass was set there after the crime took place. The person who discovered the body, Adrian Andrews, for example, could have easily been so shocked that she set the glass down without thinking.
It does sound very plausible, Mr. Wright. Could Miss Andrews really have set that glass down without thinking?
Why would she have tomato juice?
To pour on the victim? Because he smelled like a skunk? It's possible that is what happened. There's nothing that points to Miss Andrews not being the one who set the cup down. If I raise an objection here, that would only bring...
You can't think like that, Phoenix.
Mia!
Right now you're hanging by a very thin thread. Anything else you can grab onto right now is better than nothing.
So in other words, push as far as you can go. The defense would like to challenge the prosecution's theory. We would like to see something that proves it was Miss Andrews who set the cup on the table. You've turned the situation on its head yet again, as usual. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have any proof to back up your claim? There's no way he has any. He's just bluffing.
Unlike Mr. Wright, I never say anything unless I have the evidence to support it.
What?
You're not thinking hard enough today, Mr. Wright. Did you think this wine glass escaped my notice?
Then...
Of course it's been thoroughly inspected for fingerprints.
Fingerprints.
There were only one set of fingerprints left on this wine glass.
Only one? Well, whose out were they?
They were not the victims nor the defendants. Rather, they were one Adrian Andrews.
What? Oh my gosh.
This is why I said the person who discovered the body had left it there. Are we done here, Mr. Wright?
Grr. Can't believe I fell into another trap.
Miss Andrews was probably holding on the glass when she went to see Mr. Cordia. Upon seeing his dead body, she was stunned and set the glass down on the dresser.
What you just said makes a lot of sense.
Now do you see, right? You can't change any part of my scenario as it explains everything all too well.
Grr.
I thought long and hard this past year about what it means to be a prosecutor. And from here on out, I will show you the answer I've come to discover.
Wait a second, Mr. Edgeworth. I think the prosecution has provided enough evidence for me to enter my verdict.
Unfortunately, I cannot allow you to pass judgment yet. The prosecution has yet another witness who would like the court to hear from.
Another witness?
Yes. Bailiff, please bring in the next witness. What in the world is Mr. Edgeworth thinking? He wants to make sure you get the right person this time. right?
Guess so.
You need all the facts. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Witness, your name and occupation. Gotcha.
You called her out here. Wonder what happened to that calm composure you had earlier.
Oh, edgy boy, it's been what, a year since we last met? Hasn't it? You should be more happy to see me. I saw the report with their testimony repeating under that helmet. There's a wicked witch of the witness stand. I tell you, this time I know what I'm supposed to do. So today I'm gonna tell you anything and everything. Even things that don't have to do with that terrible crime.
Miss, witness, that terrible crime is all this court needs to know.
Shooting at the judge. Judge, I'm talking to my dear Edgy Wedgie right now. Don't interrupt us, Gramps.
Oh my god. Yes, madame.
No, by all means interrupt her, please. Anyway, witness, your testimony, please. True what they say, that youth are hot-headed nowadays. Not that I mind at all, Edgy. Now then, what should I start with? The witness was on security detail at the hotel on the night of the murder. Is this correct, Miss Oldbag? It's a great job being able to see my dear Juan. It's almost too much for my little heart to handle.
You mean you were a fan of the victim?
Look, everyone is so crazy over that on God, saying he's cute in a fresh way or something. Not me. I wouldn't say anything so silly. After all, I have no interest in a little child like him. I only had interest in a real man, Juan Cordia.
But those two were the same age.
Anyway, as I was saying, I was pacing in front of his room that night. Very well, please tell the court what you witnessed the night of the murder. Leave it to me, Edgy Poo.
What you witnessed?
Anyway, after the ceremony, I went and paced around the hallway in front of his room. There was something I was interested in finding out, you know? Well, since I was on the job, I made sure to keep a good eye out the whole time. When someone showed up, it was a man coming out of poor Juan's room. It was Mr. On guard, man on guard. He was trying to sneak his way out of Juan's room.
So Mr. On guard came out of from the victim's room.
See, it has to be him. He's the murderer.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Miss Oldbag, what was your post on that night?
The lobby. I was supposed to help set up the stage for that trifling show. But I refused to help. I'll have you know it was for the level-headed samurai show. Heck, I even took out a few of the nails.
Maybe it was a good thing the show didn't go on.
Besides, that manager with the glasses seemed to be working hard at it without me. So I thought I'd take a break and spread my wings a little. And again, not doing your job.
You gotta do your job. And that's when you went to hang around the victim's door?
That was something I was interested in finding out, you know?
Something you were interested in, and just what was that?
It's not some little thing I can go around telling everyone, you know? Top secret between me and Juan. Oh, and Edgy Poo, of course.
Mr. Edgeworth? What is this thing she was interested in?
I have no idea. I despise gossip, Your Honor.
Gossip.
But it should prove relevant. Should it prove irrelevant, we can always have it appended in our testimony later. Looks like we shouldn't force it right now.
And did the witness stay in the vicinity of the victim's door the entire time?
Well, since I was on the job. I was on the job not doing my job.
Oh? Then would you tell us the number of people who went in and out of Mr. Corrida's room?
I have no idea. I wasn't born so I can count things for those who didn't pay attention in class. That's why ever since I turned 20, I keep keeping track of how old I really am.
Yes, well, that would explain why your age was not included in the report.
In any case,
She doesn't know how old she is.
the witness done saw someone, correct?
Wait, I don't know how old I am.
I keep forgetting how old I am.
And come out of Juan's room. Who in the world was that?
I'm not allowed to say. This sort of information has to be carefully guarded from the masses, Sonny. The man that came out of Juan's room. It was... He was...
Yes?
Mom's calling me.
He was?
I guess let me go out and do like...
Alright. Ah, I'm too scared. I can't say his name aloud. Oh, what I wouldn't give to have Francisca's whip right now. Well, I guess I can tell you, since he was such a bad boy anyway. You saw my client, are you sure about that? Gassy? Really? Annoying brat? When I say I saw someone, I saw that person. Why do I get a sense of deja vu? Maybe to avoid a repeat of last year, I should delve into this. Please tell the court about the man's clothes in more detail. What a trustful man you are. Really, as if something like that matters. But it does. Now, what was it? Oh yes, it was that thing. What thing? That gaudy thing he's always wearing, that racing jacket. Oh, he's wearing that at the detention center, too. That thing's meant for nothing but seducing women out on their pantaloons. Men. Right. So, Mr. Wright, was his testimony just now important or relevant in any way? Of course it was important, Your Honor. Perhaps you would like to point out what part of that testimony was important. Don't you see it, Edgeworth? Your Honor, I request what the witness said about the jacket to be appended to her testimony. I don't quite see where you're going with this, but alright. Witness, please. Oh, well, I don't like to badmouth anyone without reason, but if I must. I'm wondering. He's wearing his flashy racing jacket. No. Okay. No? Okay. I was just trying to like match up somebody else's red. You know, Edgeworth has a red coat. They're like, Edgeworth, it was you. I guess other things are happening right now, so it's probably best that I just hold off for a second. So it's 47 minutes and pick it up in the next one. Well, thank you for watching. Feel free to leave a comment. Hope you have yourself a good day. Bye bye.